Alright, this is the tools you'll need to remove the shift modular for a 2009 Chevy Traverse. We'll need a flathead screwdriver, we'll need a magnet, 10mm deep well socket, you'll thank me later, a 1/4 inch extension, 8mm, another extension, 11mm for the plug, a T25 torque, the next size up torque for the last screw, you'll understand, ratchet, needle nose, a light, drop light would be best, a jack, 2 jack stands or ramps. Either one works. You will also need a battery charger. You'll understand when you see it. When you get the part from
Welcome to Vitiated How
To. Today we're going to talk about the Chevy Traverse Techm module, which is that fucking thing right there. Just when you thought after Chevy replaced the part that they said was defective, and now a year or two down the road you getting these error codes again. Well, 9 times out of 10 it's that modular right there, and this is going to show you how to change it. I have the instruction manual here how to reprogram that, but you still need to give them your VIN number. So what we're going to do first is, I'm not going to give you a list of tools you need. I'll just give you a list in the description of the tools. First thing we got to do is you order this part. I got it from, what the hell did I get this place from? I got to remember now. Give me a second. I fucking forgot. Shit. Damn, I forgot. But anyway, I'll remember in a second because I got it on my phone. It's the Doorman, and I'll give you the part number and everything in the description too. I know I'm sitting on the organized today. What's new? Come on. It's early in the morning. We're unorganized as fuck. You can get it from Rock Auto, but I think Rock Auto is like $400. I'm looking through my phone to see where I bought it. But anyway, if you try to go through GM to get it, it's going to cost you about $650, and they're going to charge you out the ass. Okay, where I got it from was Summit Racing. I paid $632 for it. $632 for that. You get $300 back when you send the core back in. And it's the Doorman TEHCM part 609-00. It's the cheapest one I can find. If you want gaskets and all that, you got to special order the gaskets for it, for the cover plate and for the thing here. You can get them from General Motors, Government Motors, whichever. But it's the one for the transmission cover is $26, and the one for this is $16. And it's a special order. It takes a week to get it. So if you plan on doing this, you better order that first and order this. Next thing you need to do, since we're going to start this, the night before I drained the transmission fluid. Oh, fucking thing's attached. I drained the transmission fluid from up underneath, and I let it set overnight. So about 12 hours. Okay. It's very important that you let that happen if you can, because it makes it less messy. So now we got the formalities out of the way. Let's get started on this. Okay, here's the instructions. You follow these instructions to a T. You got to hook up a battery charger first, so that's the first thing we're going to do is hook up the battery charger. This list comes with it, so I'm just going to skim through this. But if you buy it from Summit Racing, this list comes with it. And what you get is the modular and this reprogrammer. So I'm just going to kind of skim through this because you're going to get it and you just follow the directions. You need to follow the directions of this first before we get to the rest of that. So with that being said, that's what I'm going to do. If you need to know where the battery is, you check out my other YouTube video, how to find the battery for the Chevy Traverse. Okay, now that we're waiting for the control module to read itself, next thing you do is remove the airbox. Because if not, you're not going to be able to pull that cover out and get the modular out. So, next move is we pull this airbox, and if you look down there, those are the screws. There should be 6 of them. Go along that way and back there, and then back over here, and you disconnect it here. So now we take this off. Now that we got the shit out of the airbox, you got one more screw or bolt right there. It's a 10mm. You got to pull that out to pull the airbox out. There's a 10mm bolt. The other one was a 27 or a 30 torque. So you're gonna have one bastard, but that's the 10mm. That's the last bolt holding it. You have to work the airbox about like this, or you ain't getting the motherfucker out. See, you gotta turn it sideways, pull it out. Now that the airbox is out, next thing you do is disconnect that connector right there. Gotta be very careful. It's gotta be disconnected before you take the transmission cover off. So that's what we're gonna do next. Take it off. As you can see, I got some of the ones on the top, but then we have to go down up underneath and get the rest of them. So that's where we're at this far. We'll keep going. Alright, when you're removing this connector, you need to pull this out of here. When you pull that out, take a screwdriver and stick it back behind here. Fuck, I gotta do it again. Oh, shit. Stick the screwdriver back behind there. And it pops out. Like that. See? Put it back there. I put it a little too far. Fuck it. It'll be alright. And you just take and you do that. And we'll try not to break it, but no my ass, I'll break the fucker. Boom. You jiggle it, play with it. And it comes off. And all you gotta do is pull this out. Pull that out. Well, make sure you leave a couple bolts in there. I didn't. I fucked up. But make sure you pull this out before you take that off and all the bolts. On the modular, you have 3 connectors that come out. I'll show them to you. You got this one here that comes out, and you got that one there that comes out. And if you look on the modular, that's this one here, and it's that one there. But you can't forget, there's one on the bottom.
And this is the bottom connector. Right there. There. There you go.
Okay. While he's doing that, we'll discuss this. If you look here, this is the new one. There's 9 bolts that go here. I'm showing you this because you can't see what's in the vehicle. So that's what you do. You got to pull them out slowly. You can use the all data. I'll leave the link to it. I don't know. I'm not using it. I'm gonna try them out this way first. Fuck it. I ain't scared. But that's what it looks like. As you do the bolts, you work your way from the bottom up. And it's preferably to have 2 people doing it. Then that way it's easier. But you still need to start from the bottom and work your way up. And as you can see, pulling out like the 6th or 7th one, you get most of them from the bottom, but you still have to get a couple of them from the top. And the screws are all different sizes too. So you gotta remember which one you pulled out and where it goes. If you have to, write it down on a piece of paper. Because if not, you put the wrong one in the wrong spot, you're gonna have some problems. Since I'm installing this son of a bitch for the second fucking time, before you put it back in, all you gotta do is connect that to the Techm. You don't have to worry about the other fucking wires. And then you hook up the writer to it and make sure it takes and make sure they read back and forth. Because if not, you're gonna do what I just did and fucking do it twice. It's a little added thing that I didn't know that I had to call them and figure it out later. I'm gonna have a video that explains how to install the little fob and all that. When you get to step number 9, you do what it says. 9.5 is add-on, disconnect the battery. 10, install the Techm, and then reconnect the battery before you go to step 11. Alright, now we got it in and everything. And we did the bolt pattern the way we want it to. Side to side, from the middle, doing the next. That's all there was to it. Now we're putting the connector back. Now the connector's on, everything's together. Now we're going to put the hell is it? The thing for the control module and program it. You just follow the directions. Alright, now that you've put all the transmission fluid in like it's supposed to, you got to come back, get this that comes with your shift modular, and then you just follow the directions from number 8 like it says to do. I mean, it's pretty simple. You just follow number 8 through 16. It's very important you follow these directions. Alright, now that you can see that I've done what the instruction says, now while that's going, you go ahead and you put everything back. You put the airbox back, you put all the other stuff back, but you gotta make sure you ain't got no leaks or nothing. As long as you ain't got no leaks, you're done. Let that go, and then we'll see if it starts and drives. It's a little added thing that I didn't know that I had to call them and figure it out later. I'm gonna have a video that explains how to install the little fob and all that. When you get to step number 9, you do what it says. 9.5 is add-on, disconnect the battery. 10, install the Techm, and then reconnect the battery before you go to step 11. The airbox does not go back in the way it comes out, so you need your stick that's about 5 foot long. Then you're going to have to jimmy it back in where it came out down there.